A news just coming in that two Russian oil cargoes that had been signaling East Asia as a destination have switched to India, according to ship tracking data, which is suggesting that New Delhi is becoming more willing to take the crude as the Middle East conflict worsens. Two tankers carrying around 1.4 million barrels of Urals oil combined are expected to discharge at Indian ports this week, after previously indicating that they were headed farther east. So clearly, India is making a contingency plan, and this is coming from Russia. Two Russian oil cargoes that had been going towards East Asia has now moved towards the Indian ports. This is what the situation is. Likely two tankers which are carrying around 1.4 million barrels of Urals oil combined are expected to reach the Indian ports this week, although they were previously heading farther east. What should this mean? Because the Strait of Hormuz is shut, nearly 20% of the global oil passes through it. India's oil supply as of today, as the oil ministry has been indicating, we are in the safe zone. There is sufficient storage of multiple barrels of oil, close to for perhaps 50 days, but then preparations being made by the government of India in order to avoid oil shock. With the cost of oil per barrel going up drastically, two Russian oil tankers are India bound is what the map is suggesting. This is what the ship tracking data is suggesting, that two Russian oil cargoes which had been moving towards East Asia is now heading towards an Indian port. Remember that as far as the cost of oil, the crude oil in the international market has gone up significantly. There is that fear that with the Strait of Hormuz now shut, the cost of oil will rise drastically over the coming few days and weeks, and there is no solution in sight in this entire crisis. Although Iran is pretty clear that if there are any efforts of any ship carrying oil or any movement in the Strait of Hormuz, then it will be seen as an invitation of attack. So they will be attacking any ship passing through the Strait of Hormuz, and now India preparing for a plan B. The plan B is that the cargoes, the Russian oil cargoes which are moving east of Asia is now coming towards one of our ports this week, although it was headed further towards east. Now India is making preparations to ensure that there aren't really much of a concern.